Howdy guys and gals, how y'all doing this backwoods? Man, I got something to show y'all. So, let's just get right into it.
And you got this on the 12th of January. You moved in November, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you got this letter. And just spell out what this letter says.
That letter says that because the property is derelict, that they can compulsory purchase it. If there's any repairs to be done in it, they could take it off the price of the property.
Yeah.
And these properties are for migrants. That's what they want these houses for.
Extraordinary, isn't it? And how did you feel when you got a letter? You moved into your new wonderful home, you settle down, law-abiding citizens, and you get a compulsory purchase order from the council accusing you of occupying a derelict home. How did you feel when you got this?
After paying 200,000 for it, we didn't feel very well.
No, it must have been one hell of a shock, mustn't it?
It's for the immigrant and not the indigenous population.
Well, veterans are sleeping rough.
Yeah.
16,000
In
veterans.
terrible weather.
Absolutely.
They can't get put in hotels or on a bibby stock home.
There is a daylight centre charity in Wellingborough, which looks after homeless people who are sleeping rough, and they spend £630 per annum per head. Illegal migrants get paid £50,000. They get spent on them £50,000 per annum per head, and here we have the evidence of it in this letter. They wanted your lovely new home.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Okay, so y'all may be asking, well, backwoods, why are you showing us this? This is over in someplace else, over in UK or British citizens. You know, it doesn't have anything to do with the United States, but does it? So basically, what they've done is basically asking her nicely at this time to purchase the homes to house illegal migrant men only. If they say no, the government has the right to take it. So you may be asking, how does this have to do with the U.S.? Well, let's just take a few things into consideration here that they're giving. The veterans there in the UK, they're giving the veterans and stuff very little money. It's at £600, and they're giving the migrants like £50,000. So let's think about that for a minute. How does that compare with America? Well, we know our veterans get shit from the government. They don't get nothing compared to what they're giving the migrants. The migrants are getting free health care, they're getting free rent, free housing, all that, free food, they're giving money, they're giving cell phones, all this stuff. Over in Britain and here in the United States. So there's a good comparison right there. Doing the exact same thing, right? Okay. So the next thing, to make a comparison, they're over there already writing them letters. And here, if you go look, there's a couple of states that have already, some of the mayors and stuff are already, governors and such are already starting to ask people, hey, if you've got extra room or two, let's, could you just be nice, and let's house these poor people, these, what are they calling them now? Undocumented Americans? Wait, undocumented Americans? How are you an American if you're undocumented? I don't get that. So anyway, they're already starting to do that here, okay? They're asking nicely, kind of like they did with the letter there. They're asking nicely for to be able to purchase their home. So All I'm trying to say is there's places in in the United States where it's very, very liberal. Okay? And if you are a single person living in a home that has more than one room, do you think they could do that here? People might say, no, they can't do that here, man. We have rights. Well, then veterans have rights that's been kicked out into the streets for these migrants. You know what I'm saying? These undocumented Americans are getting more rights than we get. They get free health care. They get all this stuff, man. I mean, dude, I mean, surely by now y'all seen a lot of this stuff. Like I said, they're already asking here for you. And if you're single, maybe just a couple, and you've got, you had 3, 4, 5 kids, you got 3, 4 bedroom house, you wait and see. I'm telling you now. I'm gonna call it. This is fixing to start happening in the United States. They are fixing to start confiscating rooms in your houses. I'm calling it now. I'm just going to go on and call it now. And I'm telling you right now, you better get involved locally with any elections going on, with any of the your government, however it's run locally, and all that. You better get involved as much as you can. And if you don't think you have time for it, and you know, backwoods, there's too many of them and not very many of me. Well, then you better move. You better move. You better sell your house now while you can get a market value for it, because the state don't have to give you market value. And people might say, oh, yes, they do. No, they don't. No, they don't. I can promise you they will find a way to condemn your home. I'm telling you. They will find some kind of violation to where they tax you until you have to give it up, until you lose it. Think about this for a minute. Just telling you, do what you want to do, but you better start paying attention and just get ready. There's solutions, I know, but I'm not going to say them. Let's just put it that way. Do what you think is best for you. But anyway, I just wanted to bring you this bit of information. And hey, other than that, man, have a wonderful Saturday night. It's all good. You know what I mean? This is America. Yeah. Anyway, just make the comparisons. Go back and watch this particular video inside that I played in here, and think about it. Open your mind up and think about how the American government, our government, can do the same thing. And think to yourself, will they do that? Look at what they just did to Trump. Even though all the evidence said there was no victim, everybody was happy in the business deal. Everybody made money. Nobody lost money. Everybody was happy. The judge still said, nah, we think you committed fraud. Boom. 354 million or some crap. Just saying. Think about it. Remember, when you prepare your mind properly, things will fall into place. Backwoods out.